You probably hear this one a lot, and while I can understand why people see the price absolutely rocketing upwards and think that that's unsustainable and that it's not driven by any real value, it's an easy way to dismiss something they don't properly understand, especially when they probably feel like they've missed out. But I have good news. It's absolutely not a Ponzi scheme and you haven't missed out yet. In fact, we're still incredibly early in all of this. Let's start with the basics. A Ponzi scheme is a type of financial fraud where early investors are paid using money from newer investors. It needs a constant flow of new money to keep going. As soon as that slows down, the whole thing collapses. Unlike Bitcoin, where if there was no new money flowing in or out, the price would just stabilize and people would just use it at the value that it settled at. Here's a simple example. Imagine I promise you a 50% return on your money in 1 month. You give me $100, I don't invest it, I just convince 2 new people to each also give me $100. I use their money to pay back your $150, making it seem like I kept my promise. Now, those 2 people want their money, so I have to find 4 more people. Then 8, then 16, it grows exponentially until I run out of new investors, and that's when the whole thing falls apart. Here's how it works for Bitcoin. Imagine you're on a Bitcoin exchange. People are placing buy and sell orders at different prices. Let's say that the current lowest price that someone is willing to sell 1 Bitcoin for is $50,000. Now imagine 5 buyers all come in at once and want to buy 1 Bitcoin each, but only 2 sellers are offering at $50,000. Here's what happens. Buyer 1 and buyer 2 get their Bitcoin at $50,000. Now the cheapest remaining sell order is $50,500. Buyer 3 buys at $50,500. The next available sell order is at $51,000, so buyer 4 pays $51,000. Buyer 5 ends up buying at $51,500. So even though they all came in at the same price, the price jumped from $50,000 to $51,500 because there simply weren't enough sellers at the lower prices. This is called the order book. When buying demand eats through sell orders, the price moves up automatically. That's why when there are more buyers than sellers, the price of Bitcoin goes up. But that's not a Ponzi scheme, that's adoption. Bitcoin doesn't promise returns. There's no central figure collecting your money and paying out profits. What's actually happening is more people are learning that Bitcoin is just better money, understanding its value, and increasing demand pushes the price up. Let's take a look at some facts. No CEO or controlling entity. In a Ponzi scheme, there's always a mastermind at the top controlling the money flow. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is decentralized. There's no CEO or central entity profiting from new participants. No promised returns. Ponzi schemes promise consistent, risk-free returns. Bitcoin makes no such promises. Transparent and open source. Bitcoin's code is open source, meaning anyone can inspect how it works. There are no hidden mechanisms or deceptive practices. In contrast, Ponzi schemes rely on secrecy and misleading information. Real utility. Bitcoin has practical uses beyond speculation. It functions as a decentralized form of money, a store of value, a way to transfer wealth globally without intermediaries. Companies and nations use Bitcoin for treasuries. Individuals use it for savings, even day-to-day transactions. It's a way for people to transact value when governments and corporations shut them down. It's a way for AI agents to transact with each other when they're not capable of having traditional bank accounts. The use cases go on and on. We're only at the very beginning of what people are building on top of Bitcoin's Layer 1 blockchain. We will see an explosion of variety different use cases as time goes on. It's true that people who bought Bitcoin early have seen massive gains, but that doesn't make it a Ponzi scheme. Early adopters of any new technology often benefit more as adoption grows. Just look at Google, Amazon, or Apple. Bitcoin's value has increased because more people recognize its potential and utility, not because it needs new buyers to prop it up. When studied, Bitcoin is obviously not a Ponzi scheme. It's a decentralized financial network with no central ownership, no promises of fixed returns, and has real-world utility. Its price growth is driven by increasing adoption and recognition of its value, not by deceptive practices or recruitment schemes. The next time someone tells you Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, you'll know exactly why they're wrong. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more Bitcoin insights. Thank you for watching.